In the early days, they started off with 10%. That went to 12%, they went to 14%. And right now, it is at I think the only sustainable delivery commission that is payable is 12%. You can't pay a single rupee more than that. However, now the norm is 24 to 28%. They are signing up people at 24 and 28%.
But Riyaaz, when you say 12%, you mean including the other costs? Because if you add
I'm
the gateway...
I'm only talking about delivery. This is a triple D model.
Yeah.
Okay. You've not just got your delivery cost, you've got your discovery cost, which means that you're paying to be visible in a carousel, you're paying to be visible in one of those collections. I think that you would easily spend about 12% more on that. So you're looking at now 40%, which has gone to the aggregators. On top of that, your average discounting is at 14 to 15%. But if you don't discount, customers don't come to you. That is the way it has been gained.
So how does this work?
So 55% of your margins are taken by the aggregators, and they can't make money with that kind of gross margin. And you don't, I'm telling you, you would left with 45% to get COGS, packaging, marketing, which is non-app related marketing. Right? You got to build your brand, you got to do non-app related stuff, your rentals, your salaries.
But why are people going to aggregators?
Because there's no other alternative. If you build your own fleet, the cost would be prohibitive. There would be a risk associated with managing the manpower, various things, and the ease of the consumer. The consumer is so used to using those apps. It's very hard. So sometimes we try, and obviously we don't get data from the aggregators, so we want to collect that data. So we offer bigger discounts to try and get that customer to order directly, and yet the adoption rates are fairly low.
In a pre-aggregator world, how did all this work?
Phone.
We were doing ourselves. You're delivering yourself. And that's why it was a small business.
Phone and Domino's.
They definitely have built the business, but I think the margins are not sustainable. So when he said 12%, it's actually not 12%. It's more than that. It's 12% plus payment gateway, which you have to pay anyway, 2%. Plus GST.
Will be 12% is the only sustainable number that can be.
But you talk about including taxes, because the GST is another big problem for us, right? Actually becomes, the 12 becomes like 16.
Yeah.
And that's where your margins get completely constrained. And they then say, to build relevance, the term used, you have to spend more money. So I think the platforms have definitely built this huge market and this ecosystem and made Indians fall in love with delivery, made it very easy to get it, convenient. And convenience will always win. So there's no point of, it's going to be an uphill battle to try and build your own system. If a lot of restaurants, top delivery partners, restaurant partners get together and build their own system, might potentially work. Individually, it'll be hard to address it, and it won't make sense because adoption rates will be so low, and the amount of money you'll have to spend to get those people to come to your app or your landing page and order, it's going to be it's going to be trickling.
And like I said, we have nothing against the aggregator, but what we are against is the tyranny of the aggregator, where things are unilaterally changed, where if you don't play by the book, you're taken off the platform, or your delivery radius drops, or your visibility is there, or you're just not available for customers to see.
And does everybody feel this way across restaurants, predominantly?
Majority.
I do.
It's also interesting because in my office, for example, right, there are all these 23, 24-year-olds and they order food every day, lunches are coming from Zomato or Swiggy, and it's never about the brand that they've ordered from. It's like, what's the best deal I got today? And that's what the customers now used to.
They've made deal seekers out of customers.
So it's just...
It's like an addiction. Discounting has become an addiction, and that's never a good thing. Whenever you build an entire system based on giving discounts, eventually the consumer suffers. Eventually.
It's transactions at the cost of profitability. It's growth at the cost of profit.
And also, sometimes I feel that the funding of that discount is being done by the restaurant, at the cost of the restaurant. So I think there has to be some kind of dialogue that needs to increase. And I think that's happening. I think both sides are willing to talk and liaise with each other in a positive, proactive manner. Worldwide, you've seen this happen, where eventually it becomes an ecosystem that's a win-win. So let's hope for that.